does not happen often, but every once in a while, the world is graced with a generational video game that not only pushes the gaming industry forward, but also sticks with its players forever. We've seen it with games like The Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption 2, Elden Ring, games that redefine their respective genres and raise the bar for every game that comes after. And this year, we were graced with another one of these once-in-a-lifetime titles, one that, honestly, none of us were really expecting. And that title is, of course, Mind's Eye. No, it's actually Clair Obscur Expedition 33, a new turn-based action-adventure RPG that many are already calling one of the greatest games ever made. And I am going to see what the hype is all about by experiencing Expedition 33 in its entirety, earning all 56 trophies it has to offer. But first, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by DC Worlds Collide. I'm going to spend all of the earnings on the Superman popcorn bucket. DC Worlds Collide is a new free-to-play squad-based RPG fighting game where you get to play as iconic DC characters we've all come to know and love over the years. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman. Y'all know we love our Batman around here. Yeah! And in celebration of the upcoming movie and inspired by his latest appearance, Superman is the first new character to join the roster in DC Worlds Collide. He is available in-game right now, with Guy Gardner Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, and Crypto arriving later this summer. What I like about DC Worlds Collide is that they have a pretty good variety when it comes to game modes. You got Boss Battle Mode, where you can fight different members of the crime syndicate daily. There's also Elite Arena, where you can play in squad matches to the best of 3, and then there is Victor's Arena, where the top 64 players face off against each other in a big tournament-like bracket. DC Worlds Collide is an easy-to-learn and hard-to-put-down game built around dynamic strategy. So step into the boots of Superman today and download DC Worlds Collide using the link in the description. Once again, thank you to DC Worlds Collide for sponsoring this video. Now play the intro. Oh my God, this is it. That was it. Oh my God. Yes! The greatest to ever do it. So going into Clair Obscur Expedition 33, I was completely blind. I had never played a turn-based RPG before. I knew nothing about the story. I knew nothing about anything, really. All I knew was that the game was turn-based and it was developed by a team of less than 40 people, and everybody's calling it Game of the Year. That's it. So I had zero clue that I was in for an experience I will never forget. The story starts with a character named Gustav, voiced by the great Charlie Cox, I'll add, and his little adopted sister, Maëlle. I can honestly say I haven't played many games that pull you in as hard and as quick right from the get-go like this game does. The basic premise of this entire conflict is that there's this group of people that live on an island called Lumiere. Once every year, there's an event called the Gamage, where a mysterious being called the Paintress paints a number on a monolith that can be seen on the horizon. The number decreases every single year, and every human on the island with an age that is greater than or equal to the number on the monolith just disappears, withers away. Straight Infinity War, I don't feel so good Mr. Stark type shit. And so year after year, the island of Lumiere sends out a team, or expedition we'll call it, to travel to the monolith in the distance to try and slay the Paintress and save their people. And every expedition for the last 67 years has failed, which brings us to Expedition 33. Is that not like the craziest shit you've ever heard? Like, how did they even come up with that? So right at the start of the game, we get our first introduction to the Gamage and how it works. Gustav unfortunately having to say goodbye to the love of his life, Sophie. I'm here. So if you're that age, don't even know what to say. Like, what a start. I mean, like, I'm locked in. I'm in it. I'm here. I'm here. And soon after the gamage, Gustav, Mael, and the rest of Expedition 33 load up and head for the monolith, unlocking our first trophy.
Thanks to you, Expedition 33.
What a concept. What a dude, this is, all right, I'm in there, bro. I'm here. Ooh, and we got our first trophy. Lumiere. Embark on the expedition. I'm so in. I'm so in. I'm here. I'm here to play. Come on. Expedition 33 soon arrives on the continent, and they are immediately met by a mysterious man.
How did you survive the Gomage? Which expedition are you from?
What followed was basically a complete massacre of the entire expedition. One acted out by both the strange man and these things known as Nevrons, hostile creatures that inhabit the continent, leaving only a select few survivors. One of those survivors being, of course, Gustav. And this brings us to the end of the prologue and into Act 1. Yeah. That was the prologue. Now the game really begins. So Act 1 is mostly centered around Gustav rallying together the remaining scattered survivors, still adamant on completing the mission of eliminating the Paintress. The first survivor Gustav is able to find is a woman by the name of Lune in an area called Spring Meadows. And it is also here where you are truly introduced to the game's combat for the first time. I'm gonna hit them right quick. Bop. They done. Parry. I might like it. I might like it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I think I might like it a little bit. Let's do overcharge.
Weak.
Ooh, we got a trophy. Hold on. Break an enemy. Okay, trophy 2 down. Time to spill some ink, whatever that means. All right. But it wasn't long, and I soon found my first real challenge in Spring Meadows, that being my first boss fight. I know the gameplay is not probably very glamorous for you guys to watch, but bear with me. I'm sure I'll get better. What's it gonna do? Dang it, so delayed. It's like playing a Souls game, bro. Oh my goodness. What is that? What are we doing? Okay, there we go. I can overcharge. Please. Oh, we got a trophy. We got a trophy. With Gustav, use a fully charged overcharge that breaks an enemy. So we gotta live through this last little attack and we'll win the fight. Just got a little health left. That was gas, bro. That was badass. New pick toss. And we got another trophy. Spring Meadows. Find your way through Spring Meadows. All right. So now I guess we're going into a new area. Where are we going? Is this a loading screen? Is this like open world, bro? No way. This is like that's all explorable, right?
So, the message said head north.
I thought this was like a loading screen or something. What the hell? Bro, what is this? No way. Oh, I'm so flabbergasted. Lost for words. So that's Spring Meadows. So this is going to be like some Mario type shit. Like Paper Mario type thing. So Gustav and Lune then make their way to a new location called Flying Waters. One of my personal favorites in the game. Flying Waters. It's so crazy. Unbelievable. Hold on. Thumbnail. Here they discover another alive and well party member, Mael. Gustav's little sister. Maëlle is probably the most important character in this entire narrative. And throughout the story, you get little tastes and hints of just how vital of a role she plays through the lenses of Maëlle nightmare sequences. These usually feature the white-haired man that slaughtered the expedition at the beginning of the game and a masked, scarred girl. And they come across more as visions than they do dreams. These nightmares warn Maëlle of things to come in the future and also seem to hint at events that happened in the past. These tie the entire plot together. And every time one of these happen, the aspect ratio changes and it is so badass. Literal cinema. And in the company of Maëlle, we also meet another individual that will end up joining the expedition on their journey, the Curator. Another wildly important character, but we'll get there. Side note, I also managed to pop a trophy while in Flying Waters for unlocking my first of many paint cages. That's 2, 3. Ooh, another trophy. Paint cage. Break a paint cage. Yeah, that's 3 trophies down pretty quick. Ooh, trophy right off rip. Find your way through Flying Waters. Another area down. After knocking out a few miscellaneous trophies at our campsite, the crew makes their way through a couple of new areas called the Ancient Sanctuary in the Gestural Village. Gestrals are basically humanoid creatures that live for fighting and competition, but also happen to be the cutest things ever, even though they do kind of put me through living hell later in this playthrough, but we'll get to that. The Gestural Village is also where we pick up another surviving member of the expedition, CL, one of my favorite characters in the game. No, I got a chance. We good. Oh my God, bro. All right, hold on. On expert difficulty. I think I need to add that in there. We're gonna get good. We're gonna get good. No, I mean, I just gotta dodge when he falls this time. That's all that matters. Hey, all right, just fall. Just. No. My God, that is so dumb, bro. It's dumb how much damage it does. I just did all of that and got through the fight for no reason. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Dodge. I cannot dodge the fall, bro. I don't understand what is wrong with me. Why am I like this? It's such a tight window, bro. Why is it such a tight window? Parry time. I'm not a real streamer, bro. I'm not a real person. That really didn't take it out.
Don't die.
Here we go.
Dodge, Gustav.
That's my bad. All right, here we go. Dude, I think it's a mental thing at this point. I think it's just mental. I'm not even joking. I don't think it's anything more than that. But eventually I was able to earn a trophy for making it through the Ancient Sanctuary and then another for the Gestural Village, putting us towards the end of Act 1, where we are introduced to a character named Esquier, who is quite frankly the greatest fictional character ever written. No exaggeration. This cute, cuddly guy would become the team's main method of transportation across the continent. And he is the heart and soul of the expedition. He gives big hugs and he likes rocks. I would die for him. Legend. Unlock Esquier. I would lay my life down for that creature, dude. I've never loved a fictional character more than I love that man in the 7 minutes I have known him. And we got Esquier's nest. Find your way through Esquier's nest. So basically, the expedition needs Esquier's help getting across the sea to the Paintress. But in order for him to be able to swim, he needs his rock named Flory. Yes, I'm serious. Just stick with me. And this rock is supposedly located in an area called Stone Wave Cliffs. All the homies hate Stone Wave Cliffs, man. This is one of the most painful locations in the entire game for multiple reasons. One of those reasons being a respectably difficult boss, the Lamp Master. Good thing. Yes! Come on, Mayo. That did no damage. Ooh. Oh, and he's stunned. It's over. Yes! Yes.
She doesn't seem that far now, does she?
Yeah. Wanna throw one more rock?
The others are waiting, but...
You might reach her.
Okay.
Oh no. That's... Oh dude. Andy Serkis.
Ooh, what about that one?
That dude's so tough, bro. I don't know what his aura radiates
Does
from
it
him.
really matter?
Well, you know, like I always say, it's not about the rock. It's more about the...
Gustav.
No way, bro! No!
Run.
I mean, no way!
Run. Please run.
He was my favorite character. He was my main. Are we about to bump? Oh my God, we're about to bump. This track. Oh my God. What is this? Is he gonna attack?
Let her go.
What? The arm. Oh my, he ain't do nothing to him.
For those who come after. Right?
No. You promised!
What am I playing?
This won't make sense to you now. But we both want what's best for our families. I'm sorry you're caught in the middle, but I did try to warn you.
He's just so good. Who that is?
It's been a while.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but he tough. I don't know your name, but you're my new favorite. Gustav who?
You've lived more than a lifetime. It's time to let her go.
Oh, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant.
A lifetime.
He's impregnated me.
Hey. You all right? It's okay. I'll handle things here. Get back to your friends. Go.
That's my new dude. I don't know your name, but he tough.
You've set us down this path. But are you ready for the consequences?
She'll never paint again.
Just, dude, it's so good. Like, they're basically like telling the story backwards. Like, they have this big conflict, this big plot, but they drop little bits and pieces throughout it until the end when you can all put it together so it all makes sense. I love stories like that, bro. Stone Wave Cliffs. Find your way through Stone Wave Cliffs. That was, oh my God, that was so peak. So this is where we meet Verso.
My dad.
After saving Mael, Verso shows up at the expedition campsite, where he explains that the white-haired man goes by the name of Renoir, and they were both a part of the very first expedition together, Expedition Zero. He claims they both stopped aging upon reaching the continent and basically became immortal, and Renoir believes that his immortality is a gift from the Paintress, so therefore he protects her at all cost. Verso, on the other hand, wants to put an end to it all. So long story short, he joins Expedition 33 on their quest. And this signals the end of Act 1 and pushes us into Act 2. Okay, now the game really begins. Act 2 revolves around Verso leading the party to the Paintress. First things first, they head north towards the monolith, but make a stop at the forgotten battlefield, where they have a funeral for Gustav.
Couldn't wait for me, could you? We could never tell if you were my brother or my father. But to me, you were both. The best brother and father I've ever had.
Roll Tide. Sorry, I'm uncomfortable. Here, I started getting more acquainted with Verso's gameplay, managing to earn a trophy in the process.
Break.
Perfection with Verso, reach rank S. That's badass, dude. All right. And in the forgotten battlefield, I was also met with what was probably my biggest challenge yet. Is that blood? Oh, bro, he just go. Hey, come on. Oh, come on. Let's go. Oh, that's so tough. Oh, let's go. I'm so in. I'm so in. I'm so ready. God, what the f... Ooh!
Careful now.
To be honest, had no idea what was happening there. Oh my God, hold on. Maybe we're not in. Maybe we're not in. Woo. 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 Come on with it. Come on with it. Good. Come on. I don't think this is going to be so bad. Well, looks like we're going to be here a while. Good. Come on. Imagine we clutch right here, though.
Not impressed.
We're not going to clutch right here.
Lady looks smart today.
Ooh, we got a trophy. I don't know what that's for, but okay. Don't have time to look at it right now. Cool. Yeah. This is going to be really, really hard. I'm not going to lie. Wow. Wow. I did nothing. I'm gonna be here forever. All right. Good. Bah. Good. Come on. Best attempt yet. This is the best attempt we've had. Whatever, man. This is it. All right, dude. Luna, you're up. All right, man. One hit. Fuck you. I'm doing it this time. This is the one. This is the one. I feel good. I feel good. Well, there goes that. Died! Yep. Gradient. Yeah. Come on. I'm still a little bit early on that one, I believe. I forgot I thought I counted wrong. Come on. I mean, like, is it possible? Maybe. Never say never. Just 1 second off, bro. Just 1 second off. This is by far the hardest boss yet, dude. This is crazy.
Eyes up, Verso.
Dude, I just can't. Oh, I have perfect break. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Did we do it? What happened? What the hell? That's so tough. That dude's so tough. Ooh! Jesus, brother. That was brutal. So at this point, I'm treating this as like a Game of Thrones type situation, right? Like nobody's safe, right? Like Verso, he could die any of these. If they're going to kill Gustav, like literally anybody can die. So that's what we're dealing with here. That's what we have on our hands. Let's see what we got. Forgotten Battlefield. Find your way through Forgotten Battlefield. Let's go. Verso claims that the key to taking down the Paintress is to go after her heart, the source of her protective barrier, which is located in Old Lumiere. And on the way, the expedition makes another stop to recruit Verso's oldest friend, Monoko. Monoko is a gestural, and he gains his skills and abilities by picking up the feet of different Nevrons he kills. I mean, say less. I am sold on the guy. He is actually the final party member we recruit, which gives me another trophy. Whoa, we got a trophy. Unlock all playable characters. That's it? I thought there would be more than that. So that's going to be the whole team.
We're heading for Old Lumiere.
Okay, bye.
Hey, come on.
Out of the question. I will never join you again.
There will be a lot of fighting, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
There will be a lot of fighting.
Exactly.
Count me in then.
Good.
Good. Let us go to Old Lumiere.
Old Lumiere. So he's on our team now, huh? Monaco Station. Fight your way through Monaco Station. Dude, that's so crazy. The expedition then heads for Old Lumiere in search of the heart of the Paintress. But unfortunately, they have another run-in with Renoir in doing so. And here we are given another surprise twist.
How many times must you hurt our family?
No, you don't get to lecture me on family.
So move. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Right, little girl.
You haven't told her the truth, have you, son?
I kind of saw that coming.
Were you planning on sharing that this man, the man who murdered our team, is your father?
Okay, yeah. Makes sense. So yeah, Renoir is actually Verso's father, and the masked girl is his sister Alicia. And after a quick and surprisingly not so difficult boss fight, all right, man. Oh my God. I earned another trophy. Old Lumiere. Find your way through Old Lumiere. Just keeps getting better, bro. It just keeps getting better. After the Renoir fight, he essentially teleported the heart of the Paintress away. So now the team has to come up with a new plan to take down the barrier. And they come to the conclusion that the only way is to craft a special weapon with the help of the Curator. But in order to do that, they would need the hearts of two Axons, massive ancient creatures that are the most powerful creations on the continent. First up, we had the Mask Keeper Axon. And I just want to take a second to praise the level design in this area. You basically have 3 different mini bosses to fight before taking on the Axon, one that represents sadness, another that represents anger, and another that represents joy. Probably the most unique area in the entire game. I loved it. But what I did not love was the Mask Keeper boss fight at the end of it all. Oh, he's bound. Okay. All right. That's new. Oh, they're both bound. Okay. I fucking hate this. Come on. We're not doing that bad this go round. We're starting to learn. This fight's crazy, bro. This is worse than in Raw. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. All right, man. All right, man. All right, man. That's a little silly, if you ask me. Bom, bom, bom. All right, here we go. That one always, those last 2 get me so good. Damn it, bro. All right, dude. You're a pussy. All right. Oh. Hit him with that. Oh, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. Get him burning again.
On me.
Come on. Oh, this one sucks. I'm dead. I thought that was I was thinking of a different one. Oh, that's painful. I was thinking of the one where he sets his sword on fire. I had the wrong one in my head. Maybe. Oh, he's so close. Oh my God, we did it. 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 That was awful. And the thing is, I can't believe I even got through that because I still don't know that fight very well. That was the messiest win. There's so many of his moves I never learned and we still somehow won. First Axon. Let's go. Defeat the first Axon. Let's go. One more to go. I then made my way to the second Axon, popping a trophy for reaching level 33 along the way. Yes, I know that's underleveled. Let me be miserable in peace, please. This Axon was named Serene, and it gave me about as much trouble as the Mask Keeper did. Imagine I clutch up with my L right here. Or not. Okay, I'm not gonna clutch. Oh, those attacks are annoying. Oh, this one sucks. This one sucks. I hate this one. Come on, clutch up. Clutch up, my L.
Let's dance.
I'm not. Damn. Ah! Ooh, come on. Stun, stun, stun. Did we do it? This might be the one, guys. I'm feeling pretty good. I've only been working on this for several days. Oh my God, we're actually cooking. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Boom. Come on. Oh, we're so cooking. Final. This is the one that be getting me though. I can't lie. Come on. God, no, 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 no. Come on. We can revive.
Spill some ink.
I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. F it. We full send. Oh, that was worth it. Oh, brother. GG's, guys. I should have healed. Damn it, man. Fuck this game. Oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, come on. Stun, please. Oh, so close. So close. Stop! Why did you not? I don't know why they didn't jump. Oh my God, we finally got it. I'm not gonna lie, I've spent several days like I've had a lot of other stuff going on. So I've just kind of every once in a while given it an attempt, but we finally got through that. That was a brother. Second Axon trophy. Defeat the second Axon. Tough fight. We persevered. We made it through. With both Axons defeated, the Curator is able to forge the new weapon, allowing the expedition to break down the barrier surrounding the Paintress with ease, and then enter the monolith through a portal. Monolith, okay. Oh, it's about to get real, bro. I can feel it. It's about to get crazy. Inside the monolith, they fight through a variety of enemies, seemingly revisiting every location they had been to up to this point, and coming across some mysterious shadow figures along the way. Once again, I gotta praise the level design here. Just absolutely incredible. No, please, please, please. But when the expedition reaches the top of the monolith, shit just gets insane. They end up running into Renoir once again, this time managing to kill him with the help of the Curator. And immediately after, they finally come face to face with the Paintress, where they learn that she is actually the Curator's wife. Very cute couple. And not only that, but also Verso's mother. I know. You almost feel bad for the Paintress at this point. Although you don't know the full story yet, you can't help but feel like she's not really the villain. Throughout this scene, you can feel her pain and her desire to be with her son and daughter again. But we then have to endure what is probably the saddest boss fight I've ever experienced with the Paintress, which ended with her basically giving up entirely, laying on the ground completely vulnerable, and instead of attacking, she actually starts to protect and heal members of the party. Why am I crying? But once the fight was over, Verso says an emotional goodbye to his mother as she fades from his arms. And it seems like the fight may finally be finished. So it'll be interesting to see where we go from here, but we got the Paintress. Defeat the Paintress. Let's go, baby. Buckle in, folks. It's about to get silly. So the expedition then returns to Lumiere. The whole town begins to celebrate, considering what they had been fighting for almost 70 years had finally come to an end. But Verso doesn't seem to share their joy, as he steps out to the dock to read a letter from his sister Alicia.
Brother, I tire of the conflicts and deceptions that plague our family and theirs. So I entrust you with this letter. Whether you give it to her is up to you.
Yeah, Mael.
Mael. It's a strange feeling watching you with my brother, laughing and smiling, without the scars or the memories that afflict me. Alicia, as she was meant to be, not this painted version that I am. My family, a facsimile of yours, and this world, a mirror, painted by your mother, the Paintress, to stave off her grief. Seeing your expedition through would plunge us all into the abyss.
Oh,
for in ridding the world of the Paintress, you'd lose the sole force standing against the one who would erase us.
That's
the one who invokes the flowers of the Gomash. An act of love. For he does love her. Your father.
Oh my God.
On her monolith, she paints a warning for us all. Of the few she can save as her power wanes. Perhaps you differ from your father and your sister, as I differ from mine. Your mother paints life, whilst your father, death.
Holy hell. The Paintress was never the villain. Holy sh. Oh boy. My brain. Yeah. No! Oh my God, what is this? Yeah, so this is when the old frontal lobe started to struggle a little bit, but we'll try our best. In one of the biggest twists I think I've ever seen in a video game, it is revealed that Alicia, the masked girl, and her family are what they call painters. Basically, people who can use magic to create worlds on magic canvases. Essentially, the real Verso actually died, saving Alicia from a fire. And the world that we've grown to know throughout the course of this entire game is actually a canvas that belonged to Verso, the real painter Verso. And Aline, or the paintress as we know her, has held on to this canvas because it's the last thing left of her son. So to put it plainly, she basically locked herself inside of it, refusing to come out. And Renoir, her husband, has been gradually erasing the canvas's creations to encourage Aline to come home, hoping to eventually destroy the canvas entirely so she can finally move on. So really, everything we know up to this point is a lie. That was not the real Renoir, just a painted version of him. The real Renoir is actually the curator. The Verso we know isn't real. That's just a painted version. Esquier, Monoko, the entire world and every being within it is just a painted canvas. Why am I crying? But with all of this being said, that brings us to Alicia. We learn through a flashback that while Aline and Renoir were both stuck in Verso's world, Alicia was convinced to enter the canvas herself by her sister Clea, with orders to destroy it so their parents could come home. And when Alicia attempts to do this, she is reborn in Verso's canvas as someone else entirely. What is happening?
She's a girl. She's a girl. She's beautiful. What a lovely voice. My love, did you decide on a name?
Yes. Oh, my darling girl. We have precious little time together. You'll never know us. But I want you to know that you are loved.
Freaking God.
I want you to know you're not alone. You will always be the beautiful child I held in my arms. You will smile the brightest smile. You will cry iridescent tears. You will know love, and you will know pain. You will know loss all too well, because we live in an unforgiving world. But you are strong, and you will survive. You will struggle, and you will learn. You'll find people to call your own, and you will shine as their guiding light. For you will change the world and the people around you.
Oh.
You'll forever be our princess.
Oh my goodness gracious alive. Oh!
And her name will be Maëlle.
What a banger, bro. What a banger. This game is so... I feel bad for them because they're going to have to top this. This is the first game they've ever made, this developer. They have to top it. They have to... Act 3. They got to top this next game, bro. You don't top this. Okay, now the game really begins. I promise this time. So in Act 3, Alicia finds herself back in Lumiere. Or Maëlle, I guess. Whatever you want to call her. She soon finds the curator, who we now know to be her father, the real Renoir, and she pleads with him to allow the canvas to continue to exist. But he refuses, claiming that the only way her mother will ever move on is if the canvas is destroyed. My brain hurts. Back to Lumiere. Return to Lumiere. All right. Okay. Alicia then uses her newly rediscovered painter's powers to bring the party back to life, and then basically raises an army of former expeditioners in an attack on Lumiere and her father. Probably the most badass part of the entire game. Let's go. I'm so locked in. But after they fight their way through the town, the expedition defeats the curator in one final fight, and Alicia is able to convince him to allow the canvas to exist for just a little while longer. And just like that, all seem to be right with the world, for everybody except Verso.
Verso.
I'm sorry.
The end. Reach the end. What? What are you doing, bro? Grab the tissues, folks. It's about to get real. When Verso enters the portal, he finds what is essentially a piece of the real Verso's soul in the form of his younger self. He wants to destroy the canvas himself because he believes it will continue to cause his family grief as long as it exists. Alicia, on the other hand, wants to keep the canvas because she doesn't feel like she has a life worth living in the real world. And this leads to a decision where I had to pick between siding with Alicia or siding with Verso. I ended up doing both of these endings, but I went with the Mael ending first. This led to a duel for the fate of the canvas between the two, which in this ending, of course, resulted in Verso's death, which is immediately followed up by an epilogue. Okay, now the game begins. Minoko! That's scary. Brought him back. Lune? Ciel? Our husband, Pierre. I'm tearing up, bro. But what do you think about it, though? Like, none of that's even real. That makes you even more sad. Freaking Verso. He's old. So she's okay. So that's alluding to her. What happened to her mother is now happening to her. Sandfall Interactive. I hate to break it to you guys, man. Like, I really, really do. But you're never gonna top this, bro. Story, like, narratively speaking, storytelling wise, I don't see how you guys do better than this. They already said they're working on the next game. I feel so bad for them because I'm gonna need some time to like let this register in my little pea brain, my little Alabama redneck brain, but I get the overall gist of it enough to be able to say that this is one of the most intricate, fascinating, best stories I have ever played in a video game. So I'm going to skip ahead here to the end of my New Game Plus run where I did the Verso ending. And here, Mael is the one that dies. And because of that, the canvas is erased, which quite frankly feels way more like the true ending, but to each their own.
Dans le creux de nos mains, deux mondes se dessinent. L'un peint de rêve, où le chagrin s'efface, l'autre nu et réel, où notre deuil prend place. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles, où tout commence, rien ne finit.
All right. Yeah, the SKA plushie. That's a low blow. Sandfall. That's a low blow. Oh, yeah. That SKA plushie, bro. That shit just hit me like a ton of bricks.
Dans le dessin.
Oh, shit. Oh shit. Oh. It's all about them trying to, as a family, you know, when a family goes through grief. Oh, yeah, they can finally go through it together. Yeah, that's probably, I could see why you would say that's like, should be the canon ending. Anybody that tries to say that video games are not forms of art, point them in the direction of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This game is so in the story. Even if you do not like turn-based games, I don't like turn-based games. I'm not going to play more turn-based games after this. I'm just not. They're not my thing. But the story alone is worth every single second that you play. This game, this is one of those ones that stick with you. Incredible experience, incredible video game. I love Expedition 33. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 ended up being one of my favorite stories I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing in a video game. The underlying message here is one about grief and how the way we handle the traumatic experiences life throws at us is important. It is powerful and gut-wrenching. The set pieces in this game, the voice acting, the freaking soundtrack. I can't praise it enough. You know how at the beginning of this video I was talking about games that push the industry forward? Well, Expedition 33 is undoubtedly one of those games. This game doesn't win Game of the Year. I don't know what I'll do. Sandfall Interactive truly crafted a masterpiece here, and I can't wait to see what they cook next. The fact that this was their first game is just insanity. But again, you guys may have set the bar a little too high here for yourselves. You're gonna have a tough time topping this. And before we get into the platinum cleanup stuff, if you ever want to catch my playthroughs live, be sure to go follow my Twitch. And you can also sub to I Am Rob Plays, my other channel. I upload all of my playthroughs there in a more episode format, since these platinum videos take 8 years to make. Okay, seriously, now the game starts. It is time to do everything I just did all over again, and then some. The platinum trophy experience for Expedition 33 is a fairly grindy one, mostly consisting of cleaning up combat-related trophies I missed in the first playthrough, grabbing collectibles such as expedition journals and music records, and completing a variety of quest and side activities, such as the gestural games. Such a wonderful experience those are. But I hopped into my New Game Plus run, this time making sure to grab a couple of missable items in the prologue that I honestly completely ignored in the first playthrough. First, I had to fight this mime in Lumiere, because doing so rewards you with a record and also a trophy. And then I purchased the old key from an NPC, which is needed for another record later on in the playthrough. These are really the only two missable things in the game, thankfully. But I ran through the game again pretty quickly, knocking out a lot of combat-related trophies as I went, grabbing journals and records, and focusing on the relationship-related trophies. Each party member has what you call a relationship level, and I had to get each one to max level 7 for a handful of trophies. To do this, you basically have to speak to each character at the camp after certain instances within the story, and the majority of them end in a side quest. This is honestly one of the best parts of the entire game, and it adds so much lore and depth to each member of the expedition. CL's specifically made me pretty emotional, not gonna lie. But I ran through each character, unlocking their respective trophies, until I eventually arrived at the last character, Mael. Her relationship plotline ends in an area of the map called the Reacher, where you fight through waves of enemies all the way to the top of a tower, where Mael comes face to face with Alicia. This is a beautiful side quest that makes the ending of the story, both the Mael and the Verso ending that is, a lot more impactful. I did have to do a duel against Alicia though, which was honestly pretty brutal. Oh, this is gonna be brutal, isn't it? I bet. All right. It's ruining the experience. It's ruining the experience. It's ruining the experience. I'm good. All right. All right. All right. I mean, like, I feel like there's no difference between this and expert because you get one shot anyway. You know? What would the difference be? I might as well have done it on expert. All right. That's progress, I guess. I'm only dodging. No parrying here. All right. Holy shit. I gotta get up. Oh my God, bro. I'm fucking. Oh, we did it. Please. Please.
Let's dance.
God, bro, it's so hard to read. Oh. I know that one. Oh wait, no, we might be chilling, bro.
On me.
Oh my God, bro. These attacks. I don't understand how I. It's literally one shot, bro. I am so, you know what? I'm gonna turn it back on expert. I might as well. I can't beat it on normal. So if you can't beat it on normal, why not just go ahead and do expert? You know? Why not? Right? If I keep dying over and over and over again on normal, might as well do it on expert or put it down to story. And I'm not doing that. I have too much pride. That's cool. Come on, do that sword ballet again. Do sword ballet again, please. No. He would do the one move that I haven't really learned yet. That is the Fury one. That was the one right there that we were gonna win right there. If she does any other move there, that's GG's. That's wraps. We're getting there. We're getting closer. No, we're not. I just can't get it. I can't.
That spills.
Did we do it? Did we do it? Don't do me like this. Oh my God, bro. What a miserable ass fight. I never learned that attack, by the way. I just got lucky with the way it worked out and I avoided it. Oh my God. There it is. Mael. Reach relationship 7 with Mael. So that side quest and all of her stuff is done. Wow. What an experience that was. That elevates this story so much. That entire Alicia little plot there. Oh, this game's so good. I'm going to do everything else now. I then moved on to the Nevron quest. There are 10 of these in total, I believe, and all you have to do is find specific Nevron NPCs scattered throughout the world and do a quest for them, usually involving bringing them a certain item or defeating them in a duel, things of that nature. Not as good as the relationship quest, but still pretty solid. There it is. Finish all of the Nevron quests. That was probably one of the grindier things in the game. Those were really good, man. Some of those, actually, one of those was a real tearjerker, bro. Oh, dude, this game is so good. I love all the side content so far. I then rescued all of the lost Gestrels for another trophy before moving on to arguably the most infuriating part of this entire experience, the Gestrel games. Across the continent, there are locations called Gestrel beaches, or Satan's playgrounds, as I like to call them, where you can compete in these mini games for the Gestrels that are honestly pure and total evil. I'm sorry for the rage you are about to witness. I am ashamed. All right, on this one, we have to climb to the top, it seems. Oh, this is only up, bro. All right, we're gonna be here forever. Can I just make? All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's an accident waiting to happen. You can definitely fall through that. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, we have such a long way to go. The music is not helping. I'm not gonna lie. Where do you go? Oh no, this is gonna be a jump. All right. Bro, this is... I don't like. I hate this game. That's not real, right? This isn't real. This is not real life. All right, I think this is where we died earlier, isn't it? Oh, you can actually skip it. Oh. Whew, I feel like the finish line is near. God, no, no. Oh, ah! Where are you? No, why are? Where am I? I fucking hate this, bro. Come on, have I been this far before? I need to stop talking. Actually, no, this is the farthest I've been. There we go. Okay, all right. Did we do it? Please tell me we did it. I can't, my blood pressure can't handle anymore. We did it. That's gotta be it. Yes. Oh my God, dude, that one was stressful to say the least. Here we go. This is the last one for the, oh, I'm looking up here. Woo. No. Oh. Oh my God. This is brutal. What the hell? I'm screwed. That's so unfair. Get over. It doesn't respond at all. I don't understand the controls here. You can't. It won't. Just doesn't. It's so slow. There's no way for you to get back. This is worse than any boss fight in the game, quite frankly. I'm pretty sure, like, physically, if you asked me to do this right now, I would be a faster climber than these people in my current state, in my current physique right now. I'm about to, I haven't felt a rage like this in a long time. I'm going to be real. I haven't felt a rage like this in a long time, guys. I haven't felt a rage like this in a long time. All right, now that that's out of our system. I'm gonna vomit, bro. Come on. Oh. Take it away. Oh my God. There it is. Gestural games. Win all of the gestural games. So I apologize for maybe an overreaction there or two. That climbing one of the flaming balls, not very high up on my list of activities to spend my free time doing. All right, let's move on now. All right, so now we are in the home stretch, kind of. Not really, but the rest of this grind pretty much revolves around beating a bunch of different optional bosses, one of which might be the hardest boss that's ever been created. So hard, it doesn't even feel like he's meant to be beaten, but more on that in a few. I started with some of the easier ones first. The Chromatic Patank, the Serpent Fair, and the boss at the end of the Painting Workshop side plot. Come on, bro. We're not doing any damage. Yeah, it's over, bro. This might be it, depending on how roulette treats me. That was it. That wasn't hard. That was actually a pretty easy fight. We got Sprong. I gotta say, I enjoyed the majority of the side content in this game, even the demonic wasteland that is the Gestural games. But one thing I did not enjoy was the tower. Here you have to go through 33 enemy encounters, each one getting progressively harder than the last. I may or may not have lowered the difficulty for this simply because it was so mind-numbing it was not worth suffering through on expert. Sue me. I had to do this because not only was there a trophy for completing all 33 fights, but finishing them all would also give me my last record. And there was also an enemy I had to kill here for the last Monoko skill, unlocking another trophy. But I suffered through all 33 waves of enemies, popping the level 99 trophy in the process, and capped it all off with a gank fight against the Curator and the Paintress. Nothing a little Stendhal can't handle, am I right? There it is. Trophy Endless. Reached the top of the Endless Tower. That took me several hours to do. An entire day of not I love this game. This makes the Gestural games look a lot better. This is not something I necessarily enjoyed. Oh, and we got Connoisseur. That's all the music records. Okay, cool. So really the only thing left at this point is to beat the last two optional bosses. The first being Clea, Verso and Mael's sister, or the painted version of her, I guess. I don't know. This was a very tough fight because she had this gimmick where she heals really frequently. So I was in for a long, painful experience. Oh my God, I did it. There's no way. Bro, dude, no. Bro, oh my God. All right, that was a freebie. Okay, now we got Simon. All right, game starts now. The final secret boss of the game is called Simon, a former expeditioner and friend of Verso's, and the baddest motherfucker I've ever laid eyes on. This guy is so tough, man. I mean, just look at him. Just attempting to fight him raised my testosterone. This boss design, the boss arena, the music, truly one of the most epic fights I have ever seen. But my God, on expert difficulty, this boss is just unreal. The most ridiculous combos I have ever encountered, the tightest parry windows you could possibly imagine. You die in one hit. He has a third phase where he just eliminates your entire team automatically, forcing you to use your reserves. It is preposterous. And quite frankly, it felt like Sandfall Interactive designed him in a way that you just aren't supposed to beat him fairly. Many already have though. Like I watched a video the other day of this dude no hit run parry only this guy. What are they feeding these kids, man? So at first I was adamant on beating this boss fairly, a mistake I would soon come to realize. My God, bro, this makes like what that dude did in the video I watched so much more impressive. Okay, I got 3. We dodged 3 that time, guys. All right, second chance. Bitch. All right, bet. All right, bet. All right, let's dodge an attack. Come on. All right, or not. All right. Okay, nice. Story mode? Question mark. Is this like the hardest boss ever created or something? God dang, bro. What the fuck is this? What is this fight? We did it! All right, then we die. God, bro, I cannot parry a single freaking attack. No! All right, no raging, no raging, no raging, no raging. So fail after fail, I finally came to the conclusion that if I were to beat this boss fair and square, it was probably going to take weeks of learning his moveset. Weeks I just do not have. Uncharted is calling us. But even if I learned his moveset perfectly, my reserves weren't high enough of a level and didn't have the proper builds to make it through Simon's third phase. So I decided to cheese it. But cheesing it was not as simple of a task as it sounds, because in order to cheese it, I had to get the proper build for both Mael and Verso, which required several hours of Lumina farming and finding the specific Pictos scattered throughout the world that would give me the abilities I needed. Basically, I was going for a one-shot build with Mael and this free aim build with Verso that basically stun locks the boss and never gives him a turn. It's actually pretty funny. I spent like over 8 hours alone getting these characters built properly with a lot of trial and error. And honestly, I started to question if maybe it would have been easier to just learn the boss instead, but I guess we'll never know. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We might have cooked. Roulette, roulette, don't you do it. Roulette, don't you do it to me. Please, bro, I need this to be over. My mental health needs this. My mental health needs it so bad. Then I have the free aim thing. We're not gonna get this. I have spent all day trying to make this happen, bro. What I had to do, you don't understand. I know I cheesed it, but what I had to do in order to get to a position where I could do that, it might have been worse than just learning the boss. Let's get this platinum, baby. Here we go. Platinum trophy. Platinum trophy number, I can't remember. I've lost count by now. There it is. You're not about to tell me that I just went through all of that for this trophy to glitch out, huh? Not, the trophy's not popping. Why is the trophy not popping? I might cry, bro. I might cry. I gotta look up if this is a common thing. I'm gonna cry, bro. I'm going to cry. I think I might have actually missed one because there's unknown journals that don't show up in the inventory. This is it. This is the one. That's it. That's it, guys. That's it. The greatest expedition in history. That was a grind, bro. I'm at a loss for words. This game really is so incredible. It's a shoe-in for game of the year. But this platinum experience, specifically like the post-game stuff after you beat the main story, it is unbelievable. That final boss, Simon, I could not even wrap my brain around trying to do that like legitimately. Anybody out there that's fair squared that boss, a tip of the hat to you, brother. You're better than me. Holy hell, dude. Great game though. 10 out of 10 game. I am 14 hours deep today. No, I'm not exaggerating. It is 10 o'clock. I started at 8 o'clock this morning. It is 10 p.m. right now. Oh man, another platinum down, baby. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe because at 400,000 subs, we got Dark Souls 2 Platinum. You weirdos live for my misery, so it'll be a good one. Only 20,000 subs away. Follow the Twitch, sub to the second channel, and follow my Instagram so I can impress the people I went to high school with. And also, thanks again to WB Games for sponsoring this video, and do not forget to download DC Worlds Collide today. Okay, bye.